71. You will create a new service account that should be able to list the compute engine instances in the project. You want to follow Google recommended practices. What should you do? A. Create an instance template and allow the service account read-only access for the compute engine access scope. B. Create a custom role with the permission compute.instances.list and grant the service account this role. C. Give the service account the role of compute viewer and use the new service account for all instances. D. Give the service account the role of project viewer and use the new service account for all instances. Correct answer B. Create a custom role with the permission compute.instances.list and grant the service account this role. 72. In a shared security responsibility model for IaaS, which two layers of the stack does the customer share responsibility for? Choose 2. A. Hardware. B. Network security. C. Storage encryption. D. Access policies. E. Boot. Correct answer, B and D. B. Network security. D. Access policies. 73. An organization is starting to move its infrastructure from its on-premises environment to Google Cloud Platform, GCP. The first step the organization wants to take is to migrate its ongoing data backup and disaster recovery solutions to GCP. The organization's on-premises production environment is going to be the next phase for migration to GCP. Stable networking connectivity between the on-premises environment and GCP is also being implemented. Which GCP solution should the organization use? A. BigQuery using a data pipeline job with continuous updates via Cloud VPN. B. Cloud storage using a scheduled task and SUDL via Cloud Interconnect. C. Compute engines virtual machines using persistent disk via Cloud Interconnect. D. Cloud data store using regularly scheduled batch upload jobs via Cloud VPN. Correct answer, B. Cloud storage using a scheduled task and SUDL via Cloud Interconnect. 74. What are the steps to encrypt data using envelope encryption? A. Generate a data encryption key, DEK, locally. Use a key encryption key, KEK, to wrap the DEK. Encrypt data with the KEK. Store the encrypted data and the wrapped KEK. B. Generate a key encryption key, KEK, locally. Use the KEK to generate a data encryption key, DEK. Encrypt data with the DEK. Store the encrypted data and the wrapped DEK. C. Generate a data encryption key, DEK, locally. Encrypt data with the DEK. Use a key encryption key, KEK, to wrap the DEK. Store the encrypted data and the wrapped DEK. D. Generate a key encryption key, KEK, locally. Generate a data encryption key, DEK, locally. Encrypt data with the KEK. Store the encrypted data and the wrapped DEK. Correct answer, C. 75. A customer wants to make it convenient for their mobile workforce to access a CRM web interface that is hosted on Google Cloud Platform, GCP. The CRM can only be accessed by someone on the corporate network. The customer wants to make it available over the internet. Your team requires an authentication layer in front of the application that supports two-factor authentication. Which GCP product should the customer implement to meet these requirements? A. Cloud Identity Aware Proxy. B. Cloud Armor. C. Cloud Endpoints. D. Cloud VPN. Correct answer, A. Cloud Identity Aware Proxy. 76. Your company is storing sensitive data in cloud storage. You want a key generated on premises to be used in the encryption process. What should you do? A. Use the Cloud Key Management Service to manage a data encryption key, DEK. B. Use the Cloud Key Management Service to manage a key encryption key, KEK. C. Use customer-supplied encryption keys to manage the data encryption key, DEK. D. Use customer-supplied encryption keys to manage the key encryption key, KEK. Correct answer, C. Use customer-supplied encryption keys to manage the data encryption key, DEK. 77. Last week, a company deployed a new App Engine application that writes logs to BigQuery. No other workloads are running in the project. You need to validate that all data written to BigQuery was done using the App Engine default service account. What should you do? A. 1. Use cloud logging and filter on BigQuery insert jobs. 2. Click on the email address in line with the App Engine default service account in the authentication field. 3. Click Hide Matching Entries. 4. Make sure the resulting list is empty. B. 1. Use cloud logging and filter on BigQuery insert jobs. 2. Click on the email address in line with the App Engine default service account in the authentication field. 3. Click Show Matching Entries. 4. Make sure the resulting list is empty. C. 1. In BigQuery, select the related dataset. 2. Make sure that the App Engine default service account is the only account that can write to the dataset. D. 1. Go to the Identity and Access Management (IAM) section of the project. 2. Validate that the App Engine default service account is the only account that has a role that can write to BigQuery. Correct answer A. 78. Your team wants to limit users with administrative privileges at the organization level. Which two roles should your team restrict? Choose 2. A. Organization Administrator. B. Superadmin. C. GKE Cluster Admin. D. Compute Admin. E. Organization Role Viewer. Correct answer A and B. A. Organization Administrator. B. Superadmin. 79. An organization's security and risk management teams are concerned about where their responsibility lies for certain production workloads they are running in Google Cloud and where Google's responsibility lies. They are mostly running workloads using Google Cloud's Platform as a Service, PaaS, offerings, including App Engine primarily. Which area in the technology stack should they focus on as their primary responsibility when using App Engine? A. Configuring and monitoring VPC flow logs. B. Defending against XSS and SQL attacks. C. Managing the latest updates and security patches for the guest OS. D. Encrypting all stored data. Correct answer B. Defending against XSS and SQL attacks. 80. An engineering team is launching a web application that will be public on the internet. The web application is hosted in multiple GCP regions and will be directed to the respective backend based on the URL request. Your team wants to avoid exposing the application directly on the internet and wants to deny traffic from a specific list of malicious IP addresses. Which solution should your team implement to meet these requirements? A. Cloud Armor. B. Network Load Balancing. C. SSL Proxy Load Balancing. D. NAT Gateway. Correct answer I. Cloud Armor. Correct answer I. Cloud Armor.